Imagine you're scrolling through an online marketplace, trying to find a profitable online business to buy. You feel like you're playing a game of Where's Waldo. But instead of finding a cartoon character, you're searching for the needle in the haystack among thousands of listings. One wrong move and you could be risking your hard-earned money on a clone that won't bring you the financial freedom you're after. But it doesn't have to be this hard. In this video, I'll show you how to find profitable online businesses like a pro, so you can find the real Waldo and avoid the clones. Get ready to take the guesswork out of buying an online business and secure your financial future. So tap the like button and let's dive into this. And by the way, thank you for hitting the like button. It means a lot and I really do appreciate it. Before you dive in headfirst and get caught up in the excitement of finding your profitable online business, there's something you need to know. A lot of people looking to buy an online business look for the perfect niche, but I'm going to tell you why that's a mistake. Stick around to hear what's actually a way bigger factor to consider to keep you from buying the wrong business. Where do you find online businesses? You can go to online business marketplaces. You may already know a few big name marketplaces, such as the NYSE or NASDAQ in the US, or the ASX in Australia, or London's FTSE. The most massive marketplace for online businesses is Flippa. It's like eBay, but instead of buying shoes or vintage records, you're buying online businesses. But like eBay, there are a few things you need to know before you start bidding. Actually, a lot you need to know. We'll get to that later in the video. You can find all sorts of businesses for sale on Flippa, from e-com sites to software as a service companies. Another source for buying online businesses is Empire Flippers, which is like the high-end real estate agent of online businesses. They specialize in businesses that are making at least $1,000 a month in profit, and they vet all of their listings. And then there's FE International, which is like the mergers and acquisitions firm of online businesses. They specialize in larger transactions. Typically, those are the price tag of $1 million or more. No matter which source you choose, just remember to set your buying criteria and use filters to narrow down your options and to do your due diligence. You want to wear your detective hat and do some good old-fashioned research before you ever get too excited about a business. As you scroll through and look at sites, I like to notice what the multiples are of the different businesses. This gives me a sense of how much it costs to buy a monthly income stream. You also want to see how sites are monetized. Is it with ads, affiliates? Does the business sell software or ship a physical product? I like to stay away from sellers who make big claims without evidence. If a seller is telling you, there's so much opportunity, it's like, I hear that all day. We hear that all day. And if you ever hear, this thing's going to the moon, then you better take that with a grain of salt the size of a mountain. Overall, finding profitable online businesses for sale takes time and effort, but with the right approach, you can get there. We'll get back to finding profitable online businesses, but here's a question for you. What's your biggest fear when it comes to buying an online business? Let me know in the comments below. Once you've found a business that looks kind of interesting, it's time to start analyzing it. And no, we're not talking about running some fancy algorithm or using some high-tech software. We're talking about good, old-fashioned detective work. First, look at the numbers. Look at the data. How much revenue is the business making? What are the expenses? Is it profitable? Is the business growing or shrinking over time? Is the business sustainable? You don't want to invest in a business that's making a lot of money now, but will crash and burn in 6 months. You really don't want to do that. The mantra for buying an online business is no. You need to be saying no to everything but the very best business based on the data. And only then can you consider saying yes. One useful tool for you will be Google Analytics, or GA. GA is like your best friend from school, except they won't be at your 30-year high school reunion going, what happened to you? This will give you a better idea of the traffic and engagement the website is getting. If the seller doesn't want to give you access to GA, that's a red flag. Move on. Next, look at the financials. Make sure you're getting access to the merchant's accounts and that you're able to verify the income. If the numbers don't add up, walk away. And finally, ask a lot of questions. How much time does the owner spend on the business? Like how many hours? Is it 1 hour a month or 100 hours a month? What have they been doing to promote the business? How are they acquiring traffic? The more information you have, the better. And don't be afraid to ask the seller a lot of questions. This is big money, so you want to make sure you're making an informed decision. And if the seller is reluctant to answer your questions or is evasive or beating around the bush, then walk away. Would you go on a date or meet some new person and never ask them any questions? I hope not. It's the same with business. To cut out the complexity of due diligence, get our due diligence framework that we have used to help us and our clients make millions and save millions when buying online businesses. This framework takes the guesswork out of buying a business. Check it out in the description below. Remember, the niche isn't as important as the actual business. If you really love cooking, I would not restrict yourself to the cooking niche. It's hard enough to find a good business without adding a niche requirement to the mix. Remember, the goal is to find a profitable business that has as little risk as possible. If you do your research, have a solid plan in place, and are willing to put in the work, you can find a profitable online business that can provide you with financial independence and freedom. And it's important to keep in mind that buying an online business is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time and effort to make any business successful. And that's the goal, right? To have the freedom over your time and live life on your own terms. So go out there, check out the marketplaces, and do your due diligence so that you can find your profitable online business. Remember to be patient and persistent, and don't be afraid to ask questions and gather as much intel as you need before making a decision. That's why we're here. Hey YouTube watcher, what's up? It's William Griffin, and if you have watched this video up until now, please smash that like button. And I hope you're liking the video. Also, thank you so much for watching and hope you're doing super well. I also want to ask you, please consider subscribing because my commitment and exploration on YouTube is about to explode. More polls, more amazing content, and more engagement, more surprise and delight. This is the time to subscribe, and I hope I see you on the next video.